Welcome back. Many of you might be missing me, and I'm really so sorry that I have been away for a while. I had a minor surgery. Everything is okay now, and so I'm back. This time we are going to talk about milk. I was recently in the Philippines and I tried a few coffee drinks, matcha drinks, and really milk is the all-important factor that could make or break your drink. So here I have with me 4 types of milk that I have gathered, and I think these were mostly used in the cafes as well as homes. So let's take a look at 4 of those that are available there, starting with Emborg fresh milk, Nestlé fresh milk, Alaska, and Meiji. Before we continue, click that subscribe button. Well, this is the first of a series of episodes in which we are going to talk about these 4 milk. We are going to do blind tasting, we're going to do tasting, just the plain milk, we're going to taste the milk together with espresso shots or coffee, and finally we're going to taste the milk using matcha as your base. So 3 episodes in this series, and the final episode will talk about the content of each of this milk and how they differ. So let's start by looking at the sugar content. Emborg sugar content is about 11.8 grams. Nestlé, the same 11.8 grams. Alaska, 10 grams sugar content, and Meiji, 10 grams sugar content. Now Meiji has recently arrived in the Philippines, and in terms of prices, the cheapest one amongst all of these will be Emborg and Alaska, depending on whether you buy it in retail or wholesale. So I'm going to start by tasting just the plain milk in cold form, and then we are going to try it after steaming the milk. We're going to look at 4 categories. So first, it is tasting the milk cold, just as they are. We're going to compare in terms of sweetness, creaminess, how bold the taste is, and also the aftertaste. Afterwards, we're going to taste. After steaming the milk, we're going to compare sweetness, the mouthfeel after steaming, and then also the texture of the milk. And then we'll do a blind tasting by my assistant and my head barista here, and then we'll find out which one scores best amongst these categories. So let's start with tasting this milk, plain and pure. Okay, so here we are, 4 different types of milk. I would say in terms of color, from what I can see here, these 2 are slightly cream in color, whereas these 2 are whiter, with Meiji being the whitest of them all. Now let's take a look at the sweetness. I'm going to start with Emborg. Sweetness, I'll give it 8 out of 10. Now we'll go with Nestlé. Now I'll give this a 9 out of 10. It's not very sweet, but I like the sweetness of it. It's more balanced. Alaska. This one has got less sweetness. I suppose that is understandable because the sugar content of Alaska is less than these 2. So I'd say in terms of sweetness, then it will be 7 out of 10. And then now Meiji, I'll give this 10 out of 10. The sweetness is there, definitely, but it's well balanced. Now let's take a look at the creaminess. In terms of creaminess, I'll give Meiji the most creamy of them all. I'll give this, just in proportion, I'd say I'll give this 10. Alaska creaminess, I'll give it an 8. Nestlé, this is very light. I'll give it an 8 as well. And Emborg, I'll give this a 9. Okay. The taste, in terms of boldness of taste, I'd say Emborg has got a really bold taste. I'll give it a 9. Nestlé has got less bold taste, I would say. because the texture is so much lighter, I'll give it an 8. Alaska, in terms of boldness, this is very light. I'll give it a 7. And Meiji, definitely bold but a little bit sweet, so I'll give it a 9. Now in terms of aftertaste, I'll give the highest score to Meiji. It really gives you that taste of milk, which is very pleasant. So I'll give a Meiji 10 for aftertaste. I'm going backward now, 10. Alaska aftertaste, I'll give it, it's very milky, I'll probably give it an 8. Nestlé, this is the lightest of them all, and somehow more sweet, so I'll give it a 7. And for Emborg, it's got a good aftertaste, so I'll give it a 9. Now I have here Jerome, and he's going to taste test all these 4 different types of milk. He doesn't know which one it is, so it is kind of a blind taste. All you need to do now is kind of like summarize it all in terms of sweetness, creaminess, boldness, and also aftertaste. Which of these 4 do you like the most?
Okay, I'm gonna start here. They're all very different. I think I like this one the best.
Okay, there you go. Reveal, big reveal. Can you please give us this one? So Jerome tasted 4 of them. We switched them all, and he selected Emborg as the best just by milk alone. Okay. And this is actually the cheapest of all the 4.
Really?
What do you say? Okay, what do you know?
That's amazing.
That's amazing. What do you know, right? This is the cheapest. So just by itself, Emborg is the clear winner for Jerome. So the best for Jerome is Emborg. Which one of these do you like the least?
I would say, I think this one, I like it the least because it tastes very flat, it falls short. It's not full-bodied. Yeah, so out of all the 4, I think this is my least favorite.
Okay, big reveal. What is the one that he didn't like? This is exciting. Oh, and it is Alaska fresh milk. For those that are using this, you just have to try for yourself. Okay, thank you very much, Jerome. Okay, so we had the verdict from Jerome. This time, let's look at my verdict. I'm looking at the scoreboard here where I gave a score for each one. Number 1 came out to be Emborg as well, so that I agreed with Jerome. And the last one, unfortunately, it was also Alaska. So there you go. Now let's go and find out whether any of these milk or whether this is different if we steam the milk. And then pour it in the cup on top. Okay, part 2 of this taste test, we are now going to establish which one is best if we are going to make hot milk. So this is just plain milk steamed, and we're going to test and taste each one and rate them according to the sweetness, the mouthfeel, and the texture. So in terms of the texture after steaming, I find that Alaska steams very well. The thickness of the milk is now more creamy from what I can see. Nestlé seems to be lighter in texture. Meiji is always this we are very familiar with because we are in Thailand. In fact, we know exactly how this will work. Alaska has got that good smell when you steam. This is very light still. Emborg has got, I would say, kind of like a perfect texture to me from what I can see here. Okay, now let's taste the sweetness after steaming. Okay. I'd say all of them have the same sweetness level. They all, to me, performed quite well as hot or steamed milk. With here, I feel like Meiji seems to be the sweetest one of them all. Alaska somehow is tasting to me like just a regular evaporated milk, rich, creamy, and probably full-bodied. And then Nestlé, again, this is faring low as far as I'm concerned. Emborg is good in this taste test. Okay, so I would put probably Emborg as the best one and Nestlé as the least one. Now let's do our blind tasting. Okay, on to our blind tasting. Shouldn't you be blindfolded? Okay, well anyway, we have switched the glasses here, and only I and my assistant here would know which one is which. So we are looking at the sweetness, the mouthfeel, and the texture. From visually?
Visually, they have a different shade of white. I think these two are more like a creamy color, whereas these two are more like white color.
Okay. Texture?
Okay. Texture, I think they're all, they're all kind of similar.
They did steam well, right?
It depends on how they all steamed well. Yes.
Okay, now let's look at the mouthfeel and the sweetness. So I suppose what I'd ask you to do now is to rank them 1 to 4.
1 to 4?
Yep. 1 being the first, the best, and 4 being the last.
I think these two are very good. I would choose maybe this one as 1, 2. Three, 4.
Okay, big reveal.
1,
Let's
2,
find out.
3, 4.
Okay, number 1. What was the first choice? Let's see. Big reveal.
Ooh.
Number 1 for Jerome is Emborg. Number 2, Meiji.
Okay.
Number 2, yeah. Number 3.
Interesting.
Number 3, Alaska, and number 4,
Nestlé.
Nestlé. There you go. Well, there you go. Thank you, Jerome, for guesting in this episode, and the results are quite useful. So both Jerome and I agreed that plain milk, cold, Emborg fared the best, and when steamed, Emborg still came out the best. Now this is the result that we've come up with. If you come up with a different result, do let us know in the comments below. So these are the milk that are available in the Philippines. So if you're looking for a milk that would be perfect on its own, hot and steamed, then we are recommending Emborg. Now, it so happens that Emborg is also the cheapest amongst all these 4, and in wholesale prices, it's definitely a good bargain. Now, in terms of sugar content, Emborg has a higher sugar content than both Alaska and also Meiji. In terms of fat content, Emborg has got 8.8 grams, but all the others could be lower except for Nestlé, which is also 8.8. So I would say you can definitely use Emborg if you're looking for just plain milk. The second episode in this series will be taste testing these 4 brands of milk from the Philippines using coffee. So stay tuned. If you have any questions at all, do let me know in the comment below. Don't forget to check out my books, All Things Milk Tea and the Basic Barista, and also click that subscribe button. We'll see you again next time. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.